Hello, my fellow leaders. I'm Starboy, and today we'll be looking at Transformers Prime First Edition Voyager Class Bulkhead. This figure came out in 2011 as part of Wave 1 of the First Edition Voyager assortment. For those of you who don't know who Bulkhead is, Bulkhead was first introduced in Transformers Energon. No one remembers him. Later on, the name was used for another character in Transformers Animated. He was basically the Patrick Star to Bumblebee's SpongeBob. Hell, he even had the same voice actor. His Transformers Prime persona is heavily based off of his animated counterpart. Prime Bulkhead turns into a rather beefy and bulky green truck. It's a little on the small side, but damn is it hefty. Bulkhead here just has a weight you rarely find in Transformers figures these days. The sculpted detail is sparse, but nothing important's missing. His paintwork is great, and there's even some silver accents on the sideboards and the roof. My biggest problem is that there's very little clearance underneath due to the transformation, so his arms and ass might scrape along the floor if you roll him, depending on the surface. Also, his headlight pieces are held in pretty loosely and might fall off if you bump them the wrong way. They won't fall off by themselves, though. For size comparison, here's Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. The transformation scheme is a blast. In vehicle mode, everything is balled up very tightly and compactly, and the mass spreads out very evenly for robot mode. I love how the sides of the vehicle wraps around his torso. One thing to note, however, is that it's necessary to use a tool to get his toes and heels flipped out, since the joints they're on are very tight and stiff. To transform Bulkhead, pull the leg assembly down, split the leg, bring them down, flip the toes out, flip the heels out, bring the hood down, take the hood panels upwards, flip the headlights up, lock the hood into place, unpeg the roof from the back, bring the back up, bring the sides out, bring them forward, bring the arms out, flip the head up, bring the roof down, wrap the sides around, flip up the wings, bring the arms down, unbend the elbow, flip the hand out, spin the arm, bring up the shoulder. And here we have the robot mode. I just love how screen accurate and clean it is. He's as chunky and smooth as a Bulkhead should be. Everything from the head sculpt to the proportions really sell that this character is tough and rough when he needs to be, but gentle and calm when he needs to be as well. I really love how his hands can flip into his forearms and become blasters. For size comparison, here he is next to Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. Bulkhead comes with one accessory, his wrecking ball hand from the show. It can plug into either of the blaster barrels on the other side of his hands, and it looks pretty good. The paintwork on it is exquisite. It looks like it's taken a good beating. In vehicle mode, it can store on the bed of the truck. For posability, Bulkhead has ball-jointed head, arm rotation, butterfly joint, arm moves out, shoulder armor can move, bicep swivel, hand moves in and out, universal joint at the hips, thigh swivel, immense joints at the knee, toe joint, and a heel joint. Bulkhead doesn't look all that posable at first glance, but he can rock a shocking number of poses without falling over. Overall, on Leader Starboy's review scale, I have to rate Bulkhead as excellent. The only thing stopping him from being rated a masterpiece is how much of the robot mode scrapes the ground in vehicle mode. Other than that, this figure is amazing and definitely worth a spot in your collection.